Hello, welcome to my shop and thanks for watching. My passion for woodworking and my Christian faith have brought me to this wonderful niche of pulpit making. It is my mission to make heirloom quality, thoughtful pulpits that artfully express the love of God. I wanted to make this video to share more in depth about some of the structures I incorporated into the pulpit I built for Providence Road Church in Miami, Florida. These structures I call All-American Relics. I've made many All-American Relics, some part of pulpits and others as standalone pieces of art. They are always made up of an organic edge and a series of spindles. They are expressions of a few different, albeit closely related ideas. The expressions vary based on their materials, context, and process. This first one you see me working on represents Jesus Christ's profound effort on the cross. Note, at the beginning of this video, I intentionally broke this board I'm working on into two pieces. The organic edge I'm working with in this case is a broken one, representing the broken body of Christ on the cross. The repetitive elements I'm mending these broken pieces back together with is hand-hewn oak dowels, a humble, common material crafted to a practical quality, not refined. This was done to reflect Jesus' countenance and social standing as described in Isaiah 53:2. Quote, "He had no form or majesty that we should look at him, and no beauty that we should desire him." This All-American Relic will go on the front of the pulpit facing the congregation. Its intent is to represent Christ's sacrifice on the cross on our behalf, resulting in the salvation of those who profess Jesus as Lord. The Bible tells us in a few ways that Jesus' resurrected body bears the scars of his sacrifice. When he appears to Thomas, Jesus compelled him to feel the scars in his hands and side. When Mary encounters Jesus in the garden, she doesn't recognize him until he speaks. My imagination can't help but compel me to the idea that when we see the Lord in heaven, the scars of his sacrifice will be there, and they will be beautiful. It took a full 8-hour day to bore out all the holes and shape the spindles in this All-American Relic. It would have taken longer without the close supervision of my daughters and help from my eldest son. Later on in the video, I'll share more about the second All-American Relic in this pulpit. For now, enjoy the sights and sounds of the shop.
Yep.
They sound like it's in the metal. Can I help you hammer them?
Yeah.
Boom!
Do that first.
Do you hit them all the way in?
Smooth.
On the top of the pulpit, I've included an all-American relic comprised of a flaw in the cherry wood and brass rods. The intent here is to create an image of redemption, a story we all can relate to. The flaw is inherent in the material, as sin is inherent in humankind. The brass represents the change that occurs to those when they are saved. We become a new creation, useful to the Master. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verses 20 and 21 reads, "Now in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and silver, but also of wood and clay, some for honorable use, some for dishonorable. Therefore, if anyone cleanses himself from what is dishonorable, he will be a vessel for honorable use, set apart as holy, useful to the master of the house, ready for every good work." This passage directly inspired this kind of all-American relic. The flaw, the sin, is still evident. We will always carry the burden of mistakes and the shared brokenness of humankind. But God takes us, flaws and all, to do His good and beautiful work. So this all-American relic sits on top of the pulpit, facing the preacher, as a reminder of who they are. You are a humble sinner, and the only thing permitting you to hold your station is the will and the grace of God. As I said before, pulpit making and woodworking are my passions. If you are interested in or know somebody who might be interested in having a pulpit made for a pastor or congregation, my email address and website can be found down below in the description. Thanks again for watching. Peace.